everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. A big play there for Cincinnati. 74 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So the big play to kick off the drive set him up first and goal. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. They'll run on first down. Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
The big fella. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.J. Uzomah, his 2nd touchdown on the season as they have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Devin Bush able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And able to find Green. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness. To them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch it.
On 1st down, Mixon. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. He finds an opening past the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
They'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 78 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
98 to Mike. Watch the run. They're running it. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. I got it. Back, back, back.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Finding Green complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. From there, it's over to our nation's capital to check on the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Matthew Stafford's thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Cole Beasley, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's already gone over 200 yards on the ground as we get a look at some of his solid work.
And the guys I know, they think about 100 yards each and every game. That's the confidence factor. That's the level they think they should be getting to. Rarely do they admit to saying, I'm going to go for 200 or more in a game. That's what we're seeing right here. What a combination of great runs, vision, power, terrific blocking. It's all come together in this one.
And nearly impossible to stop. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got Green. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll set up a throw. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On play action, they'll throw. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrink.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And Eifert has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Mixon.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They go play action here on first down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Green brings it in. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards that time.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyson Alualu in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a give, right side. Mixon. And some room to roam now. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. But go ahead and give him that. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year, as his guys continue to pour it on. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. He's got his man here. It's Green. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, 51 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep for Eifert. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Open man is Uzama. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, They keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
All right. Get moving, man. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some hustle out there today. We got a big...
Ready? To Pittsburgh. Set hot. On the ready. Hot go. Ready. 10, Lobo. Ready. Here we go. And read. Hood. Here we go. Set. 70 in. Hard go.
Men, you're going to like what you see in the film room this afternoon because today was a great practice.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
Right here.
The This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. The numbers for Mixon last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Neville Hewitt on the stop. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Joe Mixon. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. He's at the 30, 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Those free. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this 1st quarter. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a carry for Bernard. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams in possession. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half.
Let's go, let's go. Check, check.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make. A drastic shift forward. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
what's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some.
And he's going to go down again. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop the throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Brandon Copeland. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
We got this.
So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
They begin with a run by Mixon. Man, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Back him up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
This one away by the punter, Dar. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Don't forget, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, we've got the Pat. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter.
Just like that. Just like that.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Mixon. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Again, it's Mixon. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
Now, meanwhile, over in Baltimore, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Jimmy Garoppolo, 2 touchdown passes thus far. On first down, Bernard. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 4. He's got Green. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Mixon with it. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Second and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets,